Wednesday is the second day of the Cheltenham Festival. Had some good racing on Tuesday. Really good finishes, really good competitive racing. Managed to back a few winners, which is always nice. But anyway, look forward to Wednesday now, second day. Kicks off 1:20, the Turners Novice Hurdle. The horse I've backed here is Sober, currently around the 8-1 mark. Trained by Willie Mullins, who is a master of this race, won 3 of the last 4 renewals. He's got his son Patrick riding, so it might be this stable's second string, perhaps. But he's 2 from 2 over hurdles this season. Impressive winner last time out at the Grade 2 at Punchestown, the Moscow Flyer novice there. That's a race that Willie uses a lot of his good horses, his good Cheltenham prospects, as a trial for them. So that's a good pointer, I guess. Now this horse was run on the flat last year, and he's previously a Grade 2 winner in France. He won at Royal Ascot last summer as well in a big field handicap there, when he was trained by Willie Mullins. So he's got that class angle, he's got that class pedigree. I like the fact he's got the big field experience here. I think there's 22 runners going to post, which is quite a big turnout for this kind of race. We normally used to see like 10 or 11, so to get 22, it's a big field. But I don't think he'll be fazed by that. And I think he'll like the quick ground as well. You know, he's got that flat pedigree, he's got that pace. And if he jumps well, I think he'll go really well. And that's Sober at 8-1 in the opener. Next up is 2 o'clock, the Brown Advisory Novice Chase. It's 3 miles, 1 furlong. Horse I like here is Western Fold. He is a novice chaser, but a chaser with plenty of experience. Progressive horse, won the Galway Plate last summer. And the key to him here is, A, he's a great jumper. He likes to dominate from the front, which we've seen today is really important. He likes good ground, which he's going to get here. Finished second last time out at the Dublin Racing Festival. That was on soft ground, really deep ground. We saw today on the Tuesday, like Cargisi, she finished second in the Irish Arc at the Dublin Racing Festival. She went 1 better today at Cheltenham. So hopefully on Wednesday, a little bit quicker ground, Lightning can strike twice, and Western Fold can go from second at the DRF to winning at the Cheltenham Festival. He's rated 157, which puts him bang up there in terms of ratings. I know it's not a handicap, but he is a great horse. So yeah, Western Fold, 14-1, I think is a really good price in what is a very, very wide open field. 2:40, the next race is the BetMGM Cup, formerly known as the Coral Cup, 2 mile, 5 furlong handicap. Horse I like here is Nicky Henderson trained Lucky Place. Now, Nicky's got a few in the race. I think this guy might be the 3rd string, but I wouldn't let that put you off. Nicky's obviously had a double on the first day. So Lucky Place is 25-1 in places, and I think that's a cracking each way bet. He is a multiple Grade 2 winning hurdler. Obviously, he won the Relkeel hurdle here back in January 2025. He went chasing at the start of this season. He had a couple of runs that didn't quite work out. They've sent him back over the smaller obstacles. He tried to defend his Relkeel hurdle. Last time out, finished 3rd. It wasn't a bad run. He was giving weight away to the horses that beat him. His only run at the festival so far was a little bit disappointing, but I'll forgive him that. That was over 3 miles. That was in a Grade 1 contest off level weights. I don't think he kind of stayed the trip over 3 miles. I don't think he's quite Grade 1 class. But dropping back down into a handicap here, dropping back in grade, dropping back in trip, I think everything's set up. Marker 151, I think he can run better than that. He's only 7. He's possibly still progressing a little bit. Hopefully there's more to come from him. And at 25-1, hopefully he can get a place, which will be lucky, or a win, which will be even luckier. So that's Lucky Place in the 240. Next up, the cross country at 320. The horse I like here is Vanillier, currently around the 8-1 mark. I went back and watched last year's renewal of this race, and one thing that stood out for me was Vanillier took the wrong course at one point. He sort of jumps out to his right. He goes he goes from the front of the field right the way to the back, loses about 10, 15 lengths, lets everything comes past him, and his race is kind of over from that point. But he battles on, he ends up finishing third, which is really well. Obviously, he's got the back class as well. You've got to remember he won the Albert Bartlett novice hurdle here in 2021. Second in the Grand National in 2023, so you know he stays. He's stamina laden. Last time out, showed a bit of form again, came back to life, winning over the banks in Punchestown, which is a similar kind of track to this. Lots of unusual jumps. The top two in the market, yeah, that you've got to respect them, but they've both done well on this course. The cross-country course, but they've both got a lot of weight, over 4 miles or whatever it is on this. They've got to concede a lot of weight to Vanillier, and I think he's still a class act. He's £2 lower than when he came third in this last year. All the other horses have gone up massively, the top two in the market, so he's getting heaps and heaps of weight. He's finished third in this last year, 8-1, I'll be happy he finishes third again. But I wouldn't rule out the possibility that he could win. So yeah, it's Vanillier, 3:20, the cross-country race. Next up, 4 o'clock, it's the Champion Chase, the feature of the day. Madgeborough is a very short price favourite. I think he's 5 to 6, possibly even money. I mean, this race has been a graveyard for favourites over the years. I've seen so many short price favourites get beat. I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure it even has any relevance on this, but it's something to bear in mind if you want to back Madgeborough, which is why I'm taking a massive swing at one. 40-1, this horse. I can't believe it. Found a 50, trained by Gordon Elliott. Now, he's twice a winner this season in Grade 2s, including a victory over Madgeborough. So he's already beaten Madgeborough this year. Madgeborough is even money. This guy's 40-1. Now, admittedly, he was getting a bit away that day, and admittedly, the ground was probably in his favour. He probably wants a little bit cut, and like we say, it's pretty fast. But I think at 40-1, I think he's worth a punt. He was fifth in this race last year. I mean, I don't see why he can't get in the top three. Go back to his novice chasing days. He was second in the Arkle, where he split Gaelic Warrior and Ilete Tomps. That's a good bit of form there. They're two good horses. He split them, and he went on to follow that up at Aintree. I mean, that was sort of good soft ground there. So maybe the soft ground thing's not so much of an issue as we think. He's rated 164. I mean, obviously this isn't a handicap, but the handicap has got him officially as the third best horse here. But the bookmakers have got him like an absolute rag here, 40-1. I think he's going to outrun his odds. We always see in this race, year after year, one horse at a big price hitting the frame, either winning or coming into places. 40-1. Let's have a swing. Let's go for a big one in the Champion Chase at 4 o'clock. That's Found a 50. Next up, 4:40, the Grand Annual. Horse I like here is Personal Ambition. Finally got off to a winning start last time. That was his 7th time of asking, so it's not the greatest start. But the thing that improved for him was the blinkers. They've just obviously sparked something in him, helped him jump better. He's 20-1. He's an each way price. If he gets out in front and they let him go, I think he can go off. Keelan Woods is riding. He's had a different rider for most of his time over jumps, but Keelan Woods last rode him over hurdles. He won a Grade 2 at Aintree, I think, and the horse he beat there was Django Bay, who we all know won the Arkle and is now one of the favourites for the Gold Cup. So that's a nice little bit of form. Again, 20-1, he's an each way price, isn't he? That's Personal Ambition in the Grand Annual. Final race of the day is the Bumper, the flat race at 5:20. It normally goes to a 5-year-old, but I'm putting up a 4-year-old here in the shape of Quirin. He's currently around 8-1. Paul Townend takes the ride. I'm guessing he's the stable's second string. Obviously, William Mullins wins this every year anyway. 4-year-olds generally have a bad record, but this guy's not any 4-year-old. He was previously in France. He was trained as a flat horse. He's bred like a flat horse. He's very much a here and now horse. Most of the horses you'll see here are future chasers, future stayers. Who are going to have, they want to be in Gold Cups 4 or 5 years down the line. This guy, he's a here and now horse. He's called Quirin. Impressive in his only start, but like most of these guys, they've only had 1 or 2 runs. We're sort of guessing at how good the form is. So it's only a small bet, but he gets the weight allowance, and I think he probably doesn't need the weight allowance because he's got that experience being trained as a flat horse. Apparently, they took him to 2 times to the races in France, but he wouldn't enter the stalls. So after 2 times, they just said, "Oh, we'll send him to Willie Mullins, let him go over jumps." But they've kept him over the National Hunt Flat on the bumpers first. So yeah, that's Quirin in the final in the 520 champion bumper. Hope you have a good day. Hope you back a few winners. I say I put a few long shots up today. You don't expect them all to win. I could have just sit here and just tip all the favourites, and you probably back more winners. But it's nice to have a go at a few at a big price and hopefully get a few place returns or possibly even hit one at a big price. Okay, enjoy your Wednesday. Hopefully we'll find a few winners.